My name's Jerry Longmire Jr. I'm husband one, father two. I can make you laugh, build your house, rub the dick back on the stool, man. I like thick thighs, thick buds, thick bottle full of old whiskey. I've seen Sling Blade 27 times. I've recorded 3 albums, been in 17 fights, loved one woman for a real long time.
God damn.
I got into an attic fight with a 35-pound female raccoon, and it didn't go great. It didn't go in my favor.
Was it 35 on the button, or was it like 33? And
you know,
yeah.
I'm just guessing.
Large.
Really. Yeah,
and
big-ass female.
You lost?
I did not win.
Okay. So
my 12-pound Jack Russell won.
Okay, that's fair.
Which was amazing.
So is there
maybe a little scared of the Jack Russell?
So you could beat up a baby raccoon?
Yeah,
but not
could.
A 35-pounder.
That mama raccoon, I had welding gloves and a face shield on, and she chewed part of my face shield off.
Okay. So we're gonna chalk them off.
I had an 8-inch knife too. I lost.
Biggest animal you could beat, Sam?
She punked me right out of that.
Trey, go ahead. Biggest
you
animal.
Looked at me
biggest
and said
animal
Sam.
you could beat. Yes, I was doing an impression of you.
That's so funny. Well, I was just saying. Let me just please say, of course you lost. You big, white, and slow. You had no chance up in an attic in a confined space. It's a wrap for
What do
you.
you weigh, Trey?
Man, why you worried about me? How you getting into personal questions?
You about to show you a display of
What
strength.
What do I weigh?
I want to change my answer about the biggest animal I can take out.
What do I?
Yeah, that's why he asked.
Yeah, he's an amazing. Like that's one of the things about him. He's this amazing producer. And I've read several interviews. The Rolling Stone interview is one of the best. Yeah. Where he discussed, he's like, if I had my druthers, I would spend most of my time in the studio just making music. And he's brought along this nice little. I was really disappointed with country music, and now there's this. I hate to give it a name, but they kind of call it neo-traditional bluegrass, and it's these guys. You know, I come from Appalachian people, and it's that sound. It's these guys that are coming out of Kentucky, and they're coming out of North Tennessee. And they grew up with coal miner families and pill addicted families, and they're singing about real things. There's Benjamin Thomas, and Tyler Childers is another one I really love, and he's producing him now, and he's really brought that crop out. And they're doing some things. I told somebody the other day, neo-traditional bluegrass music is proof that if you throw in enough poverty and mass addiction, you're going to get some good music. That's it.
Jerry Wayne Longmire. There has been a long ride. If you don't watch the Whiskey Brothers podcast on Mondays, you're missing out. We do it every single Monday. We do 2 episodes. It's our flagship show. We started this in 2011. We are close to 1,000 episodes. It's ridiculous. You have had a couple of, I don't want to say heated conversations, but conversations with Trey Tutson about Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
And what he's left, the imprint he's left on comedy. You got Bernie Mac, buddy. Let's see.
I hope I don't get canceled. You have to understand, Bernie Mac be 63 years old now, and he always talked about being old already. He's like, I'm 63. I ain't worried about no Me Too movement, motherfucker. I don't even fuck no more. I'll get somebody else to do that, America. You know? People ask me if I'm on my social media game. I'm on social media game. I don't know what that shit is, man. I thought TikTok was a breath mint.
It was tiring to just constantly be thinking for a joke.
And that's the work. That's the work. And a lot of times, like, my problem is I'm a little bit of a drinker, you know, and I like my whiskey, and I carry my iPhone around with me, and if something pops into my head, or me and my wife get to goofing off, and I think of something, I'll make me a quick little note in that iPhone.
Yeah.
The problem is some of them notes don't make no sense the next day. Yeah. I'm sobering up at 11 o'clock in the a.m. and I'm looking at
what's funny about that?
What does owl farts mean? You know, God, I know it was brilliant last night because I was cracking up.
And who does them? Get it? Yeah. Who? Yeah.
I was thinking about this shit the other day too.
Is under the cherry moon falling this anywhere, or is that all right? Anyway,
think about this. You know how sometimes you write a joke, and you write a joke about some shit, and it's not about the joke as presented. When they hear it on stage, what they think the joke is about is not what the joke's about. The joke to you is about an observation, a thing inside your mind that you're dealing with. Is
Is that what?
Is that what Man in the Mirror's about? Was Michael trying to tell himself to
Oh,
quit?
I saw a meme about this.
You got to make a change. You know what I mean? Like, is he?
But
was his? I imagine there's some handler somewhere who's like, hey, we got to change some words in this song, dude, because it sounds like a confession.
I don't.
You know what I mean?
This one just had red hair. It's a through line. Now the whole world's like that. All the children.
I had no idea, man.
That's how it happened.
Everybody's just depressed and fucked up. And got a little ginger in them.
Everybody's bipolar.
I hate that. I really hate that. I have I had an aunt that was like how she would apologize for her asshole-ish behavior.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm bipolar. I got a chemical imbalance. No, you don't have a mental disease. You're just an asshole.
Yeah.
You're just a bad person.
There's
you're
a
not,
lot. Yeah.
No.
You're just not good. I hear girls say, oh, bipolar. No, you're just a dick. You don't get to wipe away your shitty behavior by blaming it on a mental illness. You're not struggling every goddamn day of your life dealing with this shit. Fuck off.
We've been through similar things. I feel brotherhood in this podcast.
That shit, I just despise it, man.
J-Dub, while you're in the grocery store, you run into an employee of yours, we'll call it yours, that called off maybe, I don't know, however the prompt works. I'll read it the way I wrote it, and you can tell me what happened. While in the grocery store, you run into an employee that called off from work that day. The next day, they show up to work with a doctor's note. What's it say?
Well, I write from a point of realism, so
yes, sir.
I had to write.
And Jerry, I feel
would
like you might have
appreciate
had some employees in the past.
Yeah, so here's the first note. Dear Mr. Longmire, I'm very concerned about your well-being. Your employee, William, was killed in a tragic grocery accident months ago. Please stop calling me for notes. Signed, Dr. Bruce Knight Shyamalan.
Oh my God. That's strong. You wrote that like a Civil War letter. Dear Mr. Longmire, I've been watching you from afar for many years, and I do believe you've tickled my fancy.
I couldn't fathom, honestly, running into one of my employees at a grocery store and them calling off and not killing them. So I had to start from a place that I knew. Dear Mr. Longmire, your employee William has the COVID. I asked him to quarantine and wear a mask, but this is Montgomery County. What are you going to do?
Montgomery County, you should spit right in a baby's face in Montgomery County.
During the first part of the pandemic, me and another Houston comic, Drew Holloway, were working in the club all the time, and we'd come out about the same time every day, about 3 or 4 o'clock. Well, during the pandemic, I stopped carrying cash. I don't carry a lot anyways, but I stopped carrying cash because you couldn't get nobody to touch your hand to take it, you know? So it was just credit card. And so we come out of the club one day. It's like a Monday. We come out of the club 3 o'clock, and the dude meets us out there, and he's got his story ready. And he starts breaking into his story, you know what I mean? Like, hey, I just got this job at H-E-B. I don't start it for 2 weeks. And he follows us all the way around the club to our cars. And I looked at him, I go, well, he gets done with his story. I go, dude, I don't have any cash on me. I'm not carrying any cash. And he's like, oh, okay. And then Drew, I think, had something, gave him a shot of vodka.
Oh.
Out of his trunk.
Cut out the middleman.
Man.
Next day, Tuesday, the next day, come out there, same dude, waiting on us. I'm not a guy you forget what I look like, right? You know, I'm distinguishable in a crowd.
Pretty memorable.
You know what I mean? And this
You said
dude,
if someone hits you up twice, it's on purpose.
yeah, and this dude starts giving me the spiel, so I'm not even saying anything to him this time. I'm just walking my car like I explained to you yesterday. I ain't got no cash. And we get around to my car, and he goes, say, man, but do you have any loose change? And I looked at him, and I just said no, and I turned around to unlock my car, and he goes, man, all you white motherfuckers is the same. And I looked at him and I go, yeah, because I'm literally the same white motherfucker from yesterday.
It's almost like you can't be right in the head and do it.
No. I ain't never met anybody normal that was good at it.
No, because you actually go up. People don't really think about it, but you go up and you try to get people to do what 99% or maybe 100% of all people are afraid of, having people laugh at them.
Yeah, they say public speaking is one of the biggest fears out there.
Yeah.
That part always came, the showmanship, getting on stage. I grew up around Pentecostals. I was used to being on stage and dancing, hooting, hollering. And
picking up snakes.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff come natural to me. I never had no problem with it. Maybe Jerry Longmire Jr. I'm husband 1, father 2. I can make you laugh, build your house, rub your dick back on the stool, man. I like thick thighs, thick buds, thick bottle full of old whiskey. I've seen Sling Blade 27 times. I've recorded 3 albums, been in 17 fights, and loved one woman for a real long time.
God damn.